Welcome, one and all in one, to Behind Enemy Lines with your boy Yimmy. If you got thin skin, you can't be in. We want to talk about the Redskins week, and I want to say Redskins week in review. At the beginning of the week, midweek, we dodged a bullet with our former number one cornerback, Quentin Dunbar, who we did trade off to the Seattle Seahawks, being accused of armed robbery and several different charges. Since then, he has turned himself into the police. There are several different stories running around this. And once again, you are alleged until proven guilty, I think. But you're innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, that's it. You're innocent until proven guilty, I think, here in the United States. But there's always a court of opinion, and I'm not going to be on that side of the court of opinion until all the evidence comes out. All I do know is this: that they lost about 70 grand. Him and Baker, the cornerback from the New York Giants, lost about 70 grand in a car game earlier in the week. Supposedly they all got back together. This is what I want to know. How in the world are you going to get charged? I mean, how are you going to have time to lose 70 grand in a poker game if you are supposed to be in the middle of a quarantine? Don't make no sense to me. But who am I? I go to work every day. I wear a mask. So maybe they was playing cards with a mask, ultimate poker face, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't see behind the mask what's going on. But anyway, seemed like they lost about 70 grand. Seemed like they got together later on in the week, went over to somebody else's house. Same cats that they lost 70 grand to was there. And there was some grand theft, larceny, stealing, McGun play, Wild Wild West stuff down in Miami. They say that Miami's hot. Boy, and evidently they got them heaters. So, your boy Quentin Dunbar, while he wasn't in his playbook, while he was outside playing, got accused of some things. Now, on a serious note, fellas, you are blessed to have the position that you are, that you're in. And look, the hard work that you did to get there is commendable, because not everybody can make it into the NFL, but everybody that has ever put on the shoulder pads and the helmet has had aspirations or dreams to be in the position that you're in. And on you young men, in your early 20s with millions of dollars in your pocket or worth millions of dollars. I won't say that they have millions of dollars liquid, but I will say that they are worth millions of dollars. They are a commodity. You have to think a little bit better than what you do. It's your money. If you want to gamble away 70 grand, that's your money. And, who am I to judge? I blow money all the time. And I don't have 70 grand to throw away. But be more responsible. Nothing is so important, especially 70 grand. And let me explain this. If you got beat in a car game, if they beat you out your money, you understand. Anybody that's gambled, especially outside in the streets or in the hood, understands that you take a risk of getting beat. That's why, when I used to gamble when I was in the service and we shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them, I never brought more to the game than I was willing to lose. And you only play with what you come with. You never go and re-up. And once you get your money back, you always play on the house's money. You never play on your own once you get up in a game. I mean, those are just basic rules of shaking them up, or playing cards, man. You just don't put yourself in that position to, just don't gamble. If you can't deal with losing, then you don't need to gamble. That's just it in a nutshell. So, I wish these brothers the best of luck. I'm not here to throw stones. I'm not here to beat them across the head. He was a great player for the Redskins, but first and foremost, he's a man and he has a family. He's got a daughter. I don't know too much about the Baker cat, but I do know this. We would still be rocking with Dunny if none of this stuff with the trade would have happened. So I'm not gonna bash the dude when he's at his lowest point, which is right now. I'm gonna give you some words, Dunny. And you don't know me from Adam, and I don't know you, but I do know this: your talent. Don't allow outside influences to ruin what you have planned for your life. This is a wake up call. All praise to the Most High. This is a wake up call. Not many people get that opportunity of a second chance, let alone even a first. So, right now, you are underdog. You came into the league as a receiver, got switched over to cornerback, um, took your bumps and bruises the first couple of years in the league, signed an extension, got a little bit of money under your belt. Had some odds with this new regime coming in, got traded to the Seahawks. Um, but you have an opportunity to grow, young man. And as an older cat who is a fan, and particularly a fan of yours, who thinks that you have a lot of upside in this game, and in life general, damn the game, in life, brother, you need to buckle it down. You need to surround yourself with better people. Because one thing my dad used to always tell me, what you get when you give a thug $1 million, $1 million thug. That's just it in a nutshell. It don't matter how much money you give a gangster, you still got a gangster. If you don't transcend where you've been, you'll never go forward. You'll never go forward. So I want to pray, all praise to the Most High, and my prayers go out to Dunny and his family. I hope you make better decisions, young man. I hope you make better decisions. Cody Lattimore, one of our free agent picks. We thought we dodged the bullet. A lot of Redskins fans sitting up there talking head, yeah. Now, guess what? We flipped the covers over and Cody Lattimore falls out. Now, Cody Lattimore was placed on this team with the hopes that he would start, high talent guy. Just hadn't performed up to the level of his talent in the league. And whoa, in Colorado, of all places to get there, you got charged with assault and a whole bunch of other stuff, bruh. Colorado is the great white north. You can't do nothing in Colorado without getting in trouble, especially if you're a little bit chocolatey. I don't understand what these brothers go to Colorado and forget that they one of us. What am I talking about? Look, Cody, dude, you on a 1-year proven deal. You on a proven deal. You know who your coach is. Ron Rivera don't play. He's a high character cat. He's all about character. Now, look, I ain't heard nothing bad about you since you've been in the league, so I can't say that we all don't make mistakes. We all don't fall into issues. But, bruh, think about who your coach is in the place that you was at when you decided to go off. Didn't you understand that it was going to be trouble? And I'm talking about shot time. I'm talking about real trouble. You don't clown in Colorado. Take it from a brother that lived there for a year. I lived in Canyon City, Colorado, and I'm talking about it is lily white. I was the only black man in town. I didn't go no place but to work. When the sun went down, you found me in my room chilling. I was not going no place. Blue, let me tell you, if I see your face one more time, there's going to be some trouble between me and you. I'm talking about trouble. Bruh, know your environment. And if you would squabble with a female or another cat dude, look, use them hands. You can get off. with using them hands. When they come in the gunplay, man, they wait, and Colorado will put that heat on you. Trust me, I got kids there. It will put that heat on you. They unforgiving, especially if you was messing around with one of them snow bunnies. Yeah, they don't like that at all up there, bro. I'm telling you. Don't get fooled, man. For Carson, I'll tell you, it's gangster. You don't want to mess around that thing, Colorado, with them good old boys. It may not be in the deep south, but let me tell you, it runs deep in their veins. You don't want to get caught up in Colorado with that foolishness. Yeah, man. So look, bruh, bruh. I wish, I hope the best. I hope this thing comes out in your favor because I'm telling you, Ron Rivera is gonna flip you like a pancake if it ain't. You're gonna be out of there. You're gonna be like a whole Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity at IHOP. You're gonna be in and out. Let me tell you, I ain't talking about the Burger Shack, bruh. You are gonna be gone in a minute. So look, I done came to you with a few minutes worth of stuff talking about what's going on this week in Redskin Nation. Let's go to some higher, greater news, man. Jalen Ramsey of the Rams put out some tweets on Twitter talking about our boy there, Dwayne Haskins. And he said that he is a fan. He's told the brother, look, keep up the good work, keep your head up. Don't worry about them haters, man. And this is what we've been saying all along. All those people, look, I don't understand why it is that we support, all these other quarterbacks. They can have terrible seasons. The team sits with them. Man, there are people that, like, for instance, Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy should have been ejected from the league years ago, but they get down with them boys and they stick with them, man. Let me tell you, what's that boy that Wayne Gabbert, man? Why is he still in the league? I mean, but we have a brother like, the Wayne Haskins, who throws 7 picks, 7 touchdowns, has an off and on kind of season, didn't get any attention from the coaching staff. And yeah, look, we understand, but we understand that you're a professional. You got to learn your game, you got to learn your craft, you got to try to learn on your own. But it is a responsibility of a coaching staff to put you in the best position. That's why they are called coaches, because they are supposed to coach you into the right position. And let me tell you, folks, Dwayne Haskins was behind the 8 ball ever since the word go. When they called his name at number 15, Jay Gruden turned his nose up and said, I'm going to bury that joker so deep into the damn. I'm gonna bury him so deep into the depth chart, you ain't even gonna know he got roots in the ground. You hear me? Now, let's just put it like this. Dwayne Haskins has had some adversity in his first year. And yes, all quarterbacks go through some kind of a struggle in their first year. Peyton Manning was not the man that you see today. Um, if you only rested on his first year stats, Peyton Manning was garbage. When I tell you he stunk up the joint, he stunk it up. It wasn't until the Colts added Marshall Faulk into the backfield that the Colts even looked like a team that could do anything. And it took Peyton Manning about 3 years to get his legs up under him. Hell, we talk about some people in our own division. Hell, Tony Romo played in the division for several years. Tony Romo didn't light up the scoreboard when he first came in. He had a good game here and there, but he had his bumps and bruises. We didn't hear any of the commentators talking about throwing him away or putting him away. He's dyslexic. He can't learn. Dwayne Haskins was a scholar athlete, dude, and they treated Dwayne Haskins like he was straight up boo-boo on your shoe. But I'm here to tell you, I am so glad that Jalen Ramsey came out and said, look, man, young Simba, I am with you. And I'm here to tell you the rest of, well, I can't speak for the rest of Redskin Nation. I hope they get on board, but I'm with you, Dwayne. Let me tell you, bro, I am with you, been with you, down for you, man. I wish I knew you so I could get in your ear and tell you the truth, brother, that it's going to be some bumpy roads. You're going to go through some stuff in this league. You're going to travel. You're going to go through some heartache and some pain. But look, if you can just endure and you got a good agent, you can be around for a while. Look, black quarterbacks don't have the longevity in the league that white quarterbacks do. White quarterbacks can screw up and get put on the back of the depth chart and sit there for 20 years, not even playing. Bruh, it's a fact. Look at Colt McCoy. He brothers ain't afforded that same opportunity, man. Like Tyrod Taylor. To be honest with you, man, the Chargers is it for that brother. If he don't shine this year, and the brother is a good player, man, that's the thing. And thank goodness he got a coach that wants to support him. And I'm thinking now that Ron Rivera is in, Ron Rivera has a track record of playing young players. He's got a track record of nurturing and causing young players to grow. Hell, Cam Newton wasn't Cam Newton when he first came in the league. He wasn't Superman. He wasn't all of that when he first came in the league. Man, Cam was just Cam. You know what I'm saying? Cam was just a regular man. But now Cam as Superman is because he had Ron Rivera up there pulling the strings, Norv Turner, and a few other people saying, hey, you can be Superman. You know, I got your back, man. As long as you do the right thing on the street, you can be Superman here on the field. And I'm telling you, Dwayne Haskins has that same opportunity to be young Simba. Hell, let's quit being young Simba. Oh, it's a great place to be a king. Let's be real Simba. You know, the older Simba when he was up on Ride Rock. You know, after he fought Scar, man, let's be that Simba. We don't have to be young Simba. Let's just be big Simba. And go on out there this year, man. Shake them haters off. Shake them haters off. Shake them haters off. You know what I'm saying? Pop your collar, bing, and get them haters off you, player boy. That's what I'm saying. I got your back. And I know a lot of people in Redskin Nation does it well. Also, since we here, we making it pop a little bit, and we got this party going. Hey, look, support your Redskins, man. You know, let's get out of these chat rooms being haters, talking about what we got, what we don't have. Look, our roster ain't made with big name people. And to be honest, as a fan, I am sick and tired and sick of listening to these chat rooms, man, and going on these web pages of these people who are sitting up here bashing the Redskins because we don't have all this big name talent. Listen, man, the game is not played always with big name talent, man. Ron Rivera makes players great. Look, man, look, man. Luke Kuechly, awesome. Look at his running backs that he's had coming through. You know, Jonathan Stewart. Let's just look at him. He puts them in positions to be great. That's what a coach does. Hell, Devin Funchess got a contract extension, and we know Devin Funchess ain't the greatest wide receiver, but he can play. You see what I'm saying? They get you in a position. Hell, Greg Olsen, they thought Greg Olsen was washed up. The Bears was through with Greg Olsen. He made it to Carolina. They put him in a position where, hell, he 167 years old and signing contracts. You hear what I'm saying, man? Ron Rivera has a track record of making people great. Man, he better than that damn slogan that they have on 45's hats, man. He gonna make the Redskins great again. You hear what I'm saying? I believe in Ron, man. I support Ron. And plus, as a former soldier, and knowing that his dad was military, hats off to these brothers, man. Look, do it for the dependents. Hell, I'm an Air Force brat. My daddy was Air Force. I'm an Air Force brat, man. Ron, do it big for the dependents, man, because they say all the thing the dependents can do is either go back in the military or be in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see you out there coaching it up, making major moves, making major guap, and doing those things that you do, man. My hat's off to you, and thank you for supporting the troops, man. Support my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. Even though I'm fluffy now, I used to be a toughie back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But once again, while we sitting up here chopping it up and talking about our Washington Redskins, man, look, we got some players on the team, man, that you probably never heard of, but we got a lot of potential guys, man. I'm looking at Emmanuel Hall, man, the young man that came out of Mizzou a few years back. He's been struggling with some injuries, and I'm also Caleb Wilson. the tight end that we took a couple of years back. I'm looking at these brothers, man, and I'm like, man, we got some diamonds in the rough that people don't talk about, people don't know about. Emmanuel has a lot of upside, and so does Caleb. Caleb ran a 4.5 in the combine, man, which means he can streak down that field. If his body is healed up and he's ready to play, he got fairly decent hands too. His blocking, it's okay. But let me tell you, he can get down that seam, man. And if you know anything about that tight end position, if a brother can split the seam, and he running a 4.5 jump, son, son, dead ass, son, dead ass. That brother right there can make it happen. You hear what I'm saying? So look, we got to support these Washington Redskins, man. We got to look at these players that are down on the depth chart, man. I hope we carry 4 tight ends because I honestly feel like, well, look, Rodgers is probably gonna make the team. Look, let's just put it out there. Rodgers is probably gonna make the team because his daddy is a coach. So, he's got a leg up. I'm not mad at him. If he make the team, he make it. He got to play though. Okay, so let's put Rodgers aside. We got 3 slots. Thaddeus Moss. My honest opinion about that, I don't see him playing that kind of regular tight end role on the line type tight end. I see him more like a Chris Cooley H-back kind of cat. Plays in the backfield a little bit, plays a step off the line a little bit, hits them down short crossing routes or hits them flat routes, may go in the middle, hit a little curl route or a little dig route. That's what I see him doing in this league until he gets his legs up underneath him. So I don't know if they're going to consider him a back or if they're going to consider him a tight end. But I hope we carry 4. I think Caleb Wilson is the sleeper, bro. I know they're high on Lucas Thomas or whatever his name. I think they're high on this cat, and if they are, then that's fine and good as well. But I don't see. I'm kind of, if Jeremy Sprinkle makes the team, I'll be a little bit shocked. If Hale Henches make the team, I could probably see that. But I think Caleb Wilson, if we carry 4 tight ends, I think Caleb Wilson has a shot, man. And even Marcus Ball. I forgot about that cat, man. Marcus Ball. So look, that tight end room is packed. And it's going to be a lot of competition going on. A lot of people say we don't have a tight end. Man, I figure, man, we got 2 that are just diamonds in the rough, need to polish a little bit and cut them the right way. And they're going to make a beautiful centerpiece on the ring, baby. And so we just got to wait and see. I see Kyle Shanahan doing a lot of 2 tight end sets. I see him, maybe going into some jumbo packages, having 3 tight ends on the field. Hell, you need a fullback. We don't have a comparable fullback on the team. So that's why I'm saying Moss could probably make it as an H-back. That way, the tight end room isn't stressed as much, even though he goes into tight end meetings and fullback on running back meetings. You hear what I'm saying? That way we can get the best out of this cat. Let me see, what else am I thinking about? Really, that's pretty much about it. What I want to tell y'all though, man, Emmanuel Hall. Look, dude, we sleeping on this cat, man. This young brother, man, he's got some wheels and he's got the will to survive, man. He plays great ball in Mizzou. Man, y'all need to go back and look at some of this young cat's tape. He's amazing, man. I'm telling you, the boy's got some gifts. And what we're looking for is young, gifted receivers who can play multiple positions on the field. Look, everybody's talking about AGG. Yeah, he's a talent. A little bit slow. He's a talent. Everybody talking about our boy, Terrible Terry. Terry is a beast on that thing. Chris Sims showing out, showing up, and my boy, number 13, Calvin Harmon. who is to me the sleeper of the wide receiver room. Everybody looking over my boy like he a duck, but let me tell you, chunk it up. He gonna get it. And he got that work in him. He got that work ethic. He's strong. He got that body frame. He can play on that outside. And everybody's sleeping on this cat. I think AGG, to be honest with you, gonna have a little fight on his hands. He ain't gonna just come in there and walk in there and say, "This is my job." No, cat. You gonna have to fight number 13 for that. Mr. Harmon I think he's here to stay. And all you Redskins fans that are sleeping on him, you need to see the tape of the last part of the season. Them last 4 games, Calvin Harmon was a beast, and so was Chris Sims. Y'all sleeping on him, but I'm telling you, the boy was making those catches that you need to keep the sticks moving. And this is a game of inches. It ain't always a game of scores. It's a game of inches. And if you can keep the sticks moving, you boost your opportunity to what? Score. And every man knows as long as he can stay in the field of play, he got a chance to score. I'm telling you, bruh, and I'm putting it out there for all y'all to know. Calvin Harmon, I think he's going to have at least 700 yards this season. And I see 5 touchdowns in his life. Hey, you can quote me on it. I'll be at the game. You know what I'm saying? I beat it. I beat it. I beat it. I beat it. Just make sure that if you come in with the real, that you don't sleep on your boy Emmanuel Hall. He's got a great chance of making this team. And he's got the skills. He's got the skills. If you let this brother loose, he's gonna make the game. I'm telling you. And so, running backs. Let's go into the running backs real quick. Then I'm gonna bounce. Oh no. You know what I want to talk about? No, we ain't gonna run that back. I want to talk about young Thad Moss. Young Thaddeus Moss gave an interview this week, and Thad was like, "Look, yo, I'm tired of living in the shadow of my pops. I'm my own man. That's my pop's name. Look, I'm here to make a name for myself. I went with the Redskins because they were the first team to show interest in me. And then my boy Sadiq Charles, he there, and we like, that's my cat." So he comes to the Redskins with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. Young Thad Moss, man, he got the right mindset. Look, you don't want to live in your dad's shadow. I understand that, Dad. Nobody wants to live in the shadow of anybody. They want to be their own person. They want to make a name for themselves. And, bro, let me tell you, you've already done that. You may be Randy Moss's son, but you the one out there catching them passes. You the one out there blocking. You do it right there. You doing something that your daddy rarely ever did, and that's block. So you already making a name for yourself. And I think you got a strong, if not a definite chance to make this team, even being undrafted. You look, man, go in there with that chip on your shoulder and be like Tom Brady was, man. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round, draft pick number 199, and he'd been playing 162 years now. Won all them damn Super Bowls, and he still think about them 6 quarterbacks that was taken before him. And now he the GOAT. And I'm looking at you, man, and I'm saying, bro, you have the potential. If you work out, you get that foot healed up, you work and work and work your craft, you have the potential to be great, man. Can't nobody stop you but you. You don't have to live in your daddy's shadow because, hey, you ain't that kind of cat. But I do tell you this, you have the potential to be great, young man. And I'm telling you, stick to what it is you're doing. Stay in the weight room, stay on their diet, get your nutrition game right. Who am I to talk about nutrition as fluffy as hell as I am? Big fluffy, but that's just another story. Stay on your thing, man. Get on your grind, and make this thing last, brother, because you have the potential to be great. And you don't have to worry about being in nobody's shadow, man. You a tight end, your daddy was a receiver. Yeah, your dad was one of the greats, man, one of the greats. But look, we gonna teach you how to run the route tree. We're gonna teach you. We know you know how to block, and we know that you love to block. Every team likes a tight end or H-back that don't mind getting his head hit. man, I tell you, be careful in there. Do what it is you got to do. And once again, like I said to everybody else, I want to thank you, man, for joining us here this week on this, behind enemy lines with your boy and me, and giving you my weekly Redskins recap. I want to thank all the people that have made this possible. I want to thank my boy Skins fan all day. Hey, my boy Damon, what's up, big baby? How you doing all the way in Chi-Town? Hey, welcome to the broadcast, man. You know, the link's up there if you want to come in for a few minutes. I can make it last a little bit longer, just to, chop it up with you since we hadn't spoken in a while. Come on and tap that chat button and come on in so we can talk for a few minutes. Don't come in here with that foolishness. Let's chop it up though, boy. Hey, Dame, you want to hit that link and come on in? It's kind of early for you, man. Shoot, it's 10:30 in the morning. All right. Well, we don't have no takers and no shakers on coming into the room. So once again, man, it's been your boy Yim, and we are out of here. Peace and hail to those old Washington Redskins, baby. We out. Peace. What's up, Dane? Oh, man, how have you been?
Alright.
Hanging in there?
Yeah, basically.
So, man, what's been going on with your Chicago Bears, man?
Man, the owner just died yesterday.
What? What?
Yeah.
Man, shoot, I didn't know, man. I was up there celebrating on the Sabbath, man. I wasn't in on it like yesterday. What went down? Just
Supposedly died by with cancer.
oh man. Prayers go out to his family. Um, man, I was looking at something the other day, man. They were talking about Chicago, man. I hear y'all got 10 tight ends in y'all's tight end room. What's up with that?
I, man, if I knew, I would tell you, but I don't know. I
Man,
don't know
y'all
what are we trying to
y'all gonna be tight end you?
do. Hey, shoot. Um. Well, if y'all need any, we could give y'all
Shoot.
some.
Man, I honestly think though that we got, quiet as it's kept, we probably got a couple of tight ends on the roster that may be able to be pretty good. They no name cats, man, but not everybody starts off with a name. And some people have to play their way into greatness. And just so happens, man, that we in that position where we didn't find anybody that we felt was good enough to draft. The draft wasn't really as deep as normal drafts are in the tight end position anyway. So we ended up taking some people. I think oh, my wife sent me a text message. I guess I'm being a little loud, little loud, little loud. It's about 10 o'clock here, and well, it's 10:30 here in Dallas, man. What's going on up there in the Windy City?
Man, it's quiet. Well, they trying to open up the state.
Oh, for real? Yes. They've been gradually opening up Texas, man. It's been kind of raw, man, how they've been doing it. I think they're gonna sacrifice people's lives, man, just so they can get some numbers, dude. man, I'm not with this.
They gonna kill us one by one.
Okay, it's looking foul, bruh. I mean, real talk, it's foul. You know, shelter in place, dude. Just shelter in place. Come out for necessary things that you need. And these folks, man, they up there at the courthouse with guns going crazy. And they ain't been off of work but for a little bit over a month. And they tripping. And honestly, man, the government handled it the wrong way. The government should have said, listen, all mortgage companies, all finance companies, y'all don't charge these people until and don't try to get money back out of these folks until after this stuff is over with. And whatever money the government gives them, then they can use to get food. And you know, I think it's a shame, man, how they do folks, man. Um, or allow the system to do folks. Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these companies are like saying, okay, look, you didn't pay us for 3 months, when you start back working. And there's a lot of people that lost their jobs. They don't have a job, to go back to. Some of these small businesses have shut down. So, you got people that don't even have a job to go back to. How they gonna pay their rent?
True.
And they gonna be throwing people out on the streets, man. Millions of people have lost their jobs. I'm fortunate that I still work. My wife's fortunate that she still works. And but I think the government, man, instead of trying to bail out these companies, man, should have been bailing out the people.
At least give, at least help the homeless.
Well, I mean, that's a given. But we've got this mentality in the United States, and I hate to say this, bruh, that they say, "Well, I had an opportunity to do things." Those people that are on the corner, they got an opportunity too. They don't need to be out there begging. And that's the wrong outlook to take, man. I mean, these folks, man. Some of these folks wrestle with mental illness. Some of these folks deal with depression, anxiety, and being a cat that I served in the service for 6 years. I deal with anxiety and depression issues my dang self. So there's a lot of people, man, that are out there. Look, I ate myself into this way. I didn't just grow up big. I ate myself into this. And that is because I dealt with depression. And I turned to food, and into other exercises, that will remain nameless. But I just don't think the government gives a damn, bro. I think they out for that dollar. They're corporate backed, and that it ain't a voice for the people. It's a voice for the corporation.
True. Man, I just can't wait until this is all over.
Yeah, man. Well, I think it's gonna be over with soon. I think give it some time. I think what's gonna happen, we're gonna have a spike. We're gonna have a real bad spike, man. And I tell anybody, if you get out there, man, to wear a mask, wash your hands and your ass, and you know, wash your hands, your ass, and if you can wear gloves, wear gloves. If you can't, just keep some hand sanitizer on you at all times and keep your hands clean because this shit is taking people out.
And now we got that hornet shit,
What?
the murder hornet.
Oh man, ain't nobody worried about that. There's you on that foolishness, man.
Hey, nah, I'm just saying.
Unless you a honeybee, they ain't looking to really mess with you. You a honeybee now?
Nah,
Then I ain't too much worried about the hornets. They'll eradicate them if it's seen. Just call the wildlife people. They'll come and get them. And I think it wasn't that many, man. I think they found one or two dead on a damn freight on a boat. It wasn't like they found one flying around trying to kill somebody.
Mm.
But you never
So,
know.
so you think we getting any sports soon?
Um, with the way football is gearing up, man, they done went through the draft. They having these Zoom chats, man. I think in August, if if things are okay, they gonna start having mini camps, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe with this NASCAR coming up today, maybe it'll help some.
To me, NASCAR is like redneck track.
Yeah, basically.
I don't watch it. Uh,
Mm.
I don't like driving in the first place. I don't want to watch somebody else drive around for 3 or 4 hours in a damn circle. You know, ugh. Yeah, I think auto racing is to me is redneck track.
Mm.
And we got Texas Motor Speedway is probably about an hour away from me. Um, and it's kind of weird because you ought to be kind of aware of this. Living in a large city, when people say things are about an hour away, it doesn't mean that they're not close. It's just that we always throw traffic into everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the motor speedway is not that far from me. Um, but, probably in traffic, it'll be about an hour's drive. I've never been to one of those events. Now, I have gone to a bunch of Texas Ranger baseball games, and I've been to a bunch of Dallas Maverick basketball games. But I've never been to a football game. I've been to AT&T Stadium for high school football, state championships, but I've never been to a pro game in the stadium. This year, probably, if we have football this year, then it'll be my first year going because I plan on going to the Thanksgiving game with the Redskins versus Dallas.
See, I would say I would do the same, but since they ain't letting in fans, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I want to wait and see what the conditions are like.
I
Like,
doubt, I doubt there's gonna be fans.
well, good thing about that is I done locked in my ticket prices. So next year I'll have tickets if we play next year.
Yeah.
What are
So,
you? Hmm.
so how y'all think y'all gonna do this season?
Um, Record wise, I think we're gonna be maybe I'd say 7-9. I see
That's
seven
seven.
and nine
Hey, damn. Well, that's better than our record.
because
Cause
I look at it like this. I think we can beat the Giants twice. I think we split a game with the Eagles and the Cowboys. That right there put us at 4. I know we're gonna beat the Bengals. That's 5. The Browns game is iffy. We played pretty well against the Ravens, so I can even count us beating the Ravens. So in the Rams game, contrary to popular belief, the Rams ain't as talented as people think. And they lost. They traded away Ty Gurley this year. They don't have
yeah,
Brandon Cooks no more. Um, Jared Goff ain't the greatest quarterback. So I think defensively, if we can pull that game off, I can see us winning 7 games.
mm, I wish I could say that about the Bears, but
Y'all will be okay, man. Oh yeah,
Nah,
and I think we'll beat the Lions too. So
oh, I hope y'all do.
so that'll be either 7 or 8 games. So and I just think that Ron Rivera is gonna have these boys ready to play and put us in a position to win. Damn, boy, I'm sleeping.
Well, hey, y'all got that mouse. Y'all be good.
What are you thinking about the quarterback controversy up there?
I don't see. I don't know why it's even a controversy. I mean, Trubisky ain't gonna do really nothing unless he could stop being stubborn.
I think y'all picked the wrong quarterback, to be honest with you. Nick Foles is, to me, he is one of the luckiest son of a guns in the world. But as far and he's won a Super Bowl, but when he has been dependent on being the starter, he has never really panned out.
I
Because
mean,
remember when he was with the Eagles the first time, then they sent him away to I think it was the Rams, and he didn't do good there, and he ended up coming back. Then he gets this deal and goes to Jacksonville, and he wasn't there a season, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go with Gardner Minshew, which tripped me out. Gardner Minshew.
mm,
So it's up in the air. I think y'all should have went and got. I think y'all should have went and got Cam, bro.
can't see. I would have preferred Kaepernick over Cam.
Well,
It
yeah, I love Cap, man. I just think nobody's gonna. They got him blackballed for a reason. He ain't gonna get back out there. They ain't gonna let him get out there. And I don't care how talented you are. When they got it in their mind that they gonna bury you at the end of the bench, they gonna bury you, bro. And that's what they've done to that man. And that man has potential.
man, I thought he would go to the XFL, but that ain't gonna happen anymore.
Now, I'm just wondering if he really still wants to play football.
I wonder. I want to know how much he got paid.
I mean, that don't matter to me.
Well, yeah, not really.
That don't matter to me. I think he deserved whatever he got though.
Mm. So what you think about the Baker situation?
What about him?
He turning himself in.
Um, I look at it like this, man. Baker, man, there's always another alternative. I don't know why he had to pull out the heater, man. You know, if if you gamble, man, you ought to go there with the mindset we gonna lose money.
True.
You
And
know,
plus, it's only 7,000. You're getting millions.
it's 70,000,
Yeah.
and but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, there goes his NFL career, unless someone else picks him up.
I mean, he's a first round talent. People do make mistakes. That's a fact. People do make mistakes. I just don't know with him if they're going to, lighten up. I
Mm,
hope they do, but I don't know, man. It's so up in the air with them and that foolishness, man.
hopefully, yes. Well, so hopefully he does come innocent out of this.
Well, the thing is, we got several different reports, and a lot of them have been really one-sided, to say the least. Um,
My only question is, how the hell do you party on a freaking lockdown?
Quarantine.
Yeah,
Man, shoot, man, I don't know. They know, maybe they know something we don't know. That's crazy to me too, man. I'm like, how you got time to party on quarantine is beyond me.
he probably was probably at the Dak Prescott party too.
I don't think Dak had a party like people are talking about it. I think he just had a couple of people at the house, man. I don't think it was like that. I mean, hell, we've all had people at the house since this quarantine has kicked off. I know I have.
Mm. Oh man,
What's on your mind, man?
I just want to get this damn life over. Get. I want to see what will the new life be, the new normal, as they put it.
Oh man, that's it's really up in the air, man. Really, that's up in the air. Yeah, that's really
So
up in the air.
so do you see the NBA coming back?
Um, I think you have a better chance of bringing in NBA players than you would with NFL players because of just the number. The problem is if you got all this money to test players to go play a game, those tests need to be going out to the. Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, everybody wants sports to come back because of the fact that it takes your mind off of what's going on. And look, us guys that are on YouTube and are out here trying to grind on YouTube, it's just to keep people entertained for the most part.
True.
I mean, I don't do this just for me. I do this, man, because I got people that subscribe, and that, even though I'm trying to build up a fan base or build up subscribers, um, I really, even if I want this to be another career choice, later on down the road, just doing YouTube and, going into some form of media,
Mm.
you know, we need to keep people entertained. So I wonder about the NFL and I wonder about the NBA. The NBA may have a better chance though. But man, look, I'm about to get off of here. I got a game of Madden just queued up. It's calling my name. Um, you take care of yourself.
Uh,
Stay true to you, and I'll catch you on the next broadcast, bro.
I,
All right, peace, man.
I